Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're gonna look at the latest additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020, the PC version. We start off with a livery pack for the Coronado PA44 from 2Pilot. They released a livery pack including 30 liveries, 8K, 4K textures with good performance. And here you can see all the stuff which is there, right? So a lot of liveries for this nice aircraft. And if we look at the pictures, you can see the differences. Then the next one is from Salt Lake Simulations. They released the 747-8 Freighter Livery 5 pack. That's to transform the 747 to a 747-8F, which means it becomes a cargo aircraft. So they also made some changes to the upper deck, right? It's changed to be, I would say, similar to the 747-8 Foxtrot. And several other nice enhancements, such as custom wing registration, the engine cowling textures, and also it's a highly detailed and minimal blurring even on high levels of the crisp vector fuselage textures. The following airlines are supported, or included I should say: the Polar Air, Qatar Air Cargo, Cathay Pacific Cargo, Nippon Air Cargo, as well as the Silkway West Airlines. And here you can see some of the examples. Keep in mind that the cargo doors are not animated, so that's important to know. Then Inibuilds released the A300-600 Asian Freighters Livery Pack number 1. Keep in mind that you need to have this aircraft, the A300-600R from Inibuilds, else it won't work. Which cargo air carriers are supported? Korean Air Cargo, Team A, Qatar Airway Cargo, difficult name, right? Malaysia, Mars Cargo. So those are the ones which are included. And here you can see the results, right? So pretty nice. In total, 4 cargo aircrafts for Flight Simulator 2020. Then we've got our first routes package. In this case, for the A320, it's the EasyJet one by VA Systems. You will depart from the primary London hubs like London Luton as well as Gatwick, and then fly domestic flights across the UK. So in total, 28 A320 routes are included, so you can have a lot of fun. Also, the livery is included, so that's cool. So you can be a real EasyJet pilot now in Flight Simulator 2020. Keep in mind that it's using the Asobo default A320 aircraft. Here you can see some of the pictures, right? I'm not going to show a lot, but this is what you will get. So that's cool. Then the next one, also A320 schedules, only then for British Airways from the same developer. In this case, there are 78 A320 schedules, which are included across 16 routes to choose from. Of course, this package also includes the British Airways livery pack, and you will depart from the primary hub of British Airways, which is London Heathrow, and then you will fly to different destinations in Germany in this case. So if you love flying from the UK to Germany using a British Airways aircraft, then you could consider buying this package. Then the next one, also from VA Systems, it's the Airport SID training for London Heathrow, EGLL, which is the ICAO code. And in this case, you will train yourself on these standard instrumental departures outbound from London Heathrow, and in different scenarios as far as I understood. So in total, 432 unique scenarios, which is really cool. Keep in mind that the aircraft which are supported are a lot, right? So it's the Boeing 787 and the A320, as well as the Boeing 747. But keep in mind, if you're having if you're not having the deluxe version, which means that you don't have the Boeing 787 installed, those missions won't be available in the livery pack. So that's one thing which you need to be aware of. Then scrolling down the list, we will find the Airport Star Training for San Francisco, also from VA Systems, right? So Star Training Package. In this case, also 3 aircrafts, A320, Boeing 747, Boeing 787, and then you can practice on the 13 standard terminal arrival routes inbound to San Francisco International. That's really cool. So 234 unique scenarios, and then you can practice your landing skills. Again, here the same thing is applicable. Boeing 787, you need to have the deluxe version of Flight Simulator 2020. else you won't be able to fly those missions. Then we've got Berlin Helicopter Puzzle Tour from Prof SC and Nordheim Missions. They released a helicopter tour which allows you to, say, do kind of puzzle tour, right? Or kind of discover Berlin. Really cool. It includes also several locations as well as helipads. So in total, you can see 10 helipads in Berlin or around Berlin, which is really cool. Also languages, right? Which is the audio package which is included. And this trip works best with World Update number 6, which is free available if you want. And they can, I would say, enjoy the city of Berlin using a puzzle tour with this helicopter tour. So, pretty cool. Then we've got Buffalo Night Enhancement from Dream Scenery. As we all know, they're a master in updating cities with night enhancements. In this case, Buffalo, which received an update. And as you can see, some nice night enhancements have been made. Then VA Systems again, the Cargo Ops F1 2024 Melbourne. Well, you could have already expected because they released already 2 packages for the previous 2 Formula 1 races. Now they released the one for Melbourne. In this case, it's applicable for the Boeing 747 as well as the 787. Then you can fly several missions. This pack contains 2 or 10 custom Sobo liveries for the Boeing 747 as well as the Boeing 787, covering 10 Formula 1 teams. Again, here the same thing is applicable. The Boeing 787 is only included in the deluxe version. And here you can see, I would say, a few screenshots of what they do. So pretty cool, right? You can see that the tails have changed depending on the team you're flying with. Then, scrolling down the list, we find Manchester International Airport, Echo Golf, Charlie Charlie by Time Models. They decided to update this airport. It's an international airport in Ringway, Manchester, England, 7.5 nautical miles southwest of Manchester city centre. So a lot of cool things are included, including handmade and detailed PBR ground markings and textures according to the most recent airport situation, as well as realistic terminals, uh, cargo buildings, airport buildings, using the MSFS PBR materials, realistic airport lighting, taxiway aprons, optimized for performance, and custom jetways. And below you can see some of the screenshots. So this looks really amazing, right? So including exterior, including even interior also for the terminal buildings. So if you love flying from this airport, Manchester International Airport, then this might be a package which you could consider to buy, because you can see it looks pretty detailed. So pretty cool, right? Then the next one is the Formula One 2024 liveries Red Bull. But I will not go to them because we already discussed them as part of the larger pack. So I'll skip it for now. But I will go back one line because we missed this one, which is the Charleston water fix by Dream Scenery. In this case, the water fix, those will focus on the water, right? So including the boats which are, let's say, sunk, bridges which are under the water. And they made a lot of enhancements in Charleston and the surroundings to make this look easier and more nicer, I should say, actually. Then we've got the departures challenges, British Airways volume number 1. I also skipped that one. Figured it out. That takes you with the Airbus A320, and then you will take off from several UK airports, including the standard instrumental departures, SIDs. So 108 unique scenarios, which is really cool. And then you can play around and practice your departure skills using the Airbus A320. Now continue with the rest of the list. The F1, as discussed, I will skip it because we discussed it as part of the larger kit. But this one, the KC 777 livery pack number 1 by Captain Sim, is another one, right? So it's a livery pack with 3 accurate high-resolution liveries for the KC 777 tanker transport, the NATO, the US Navy, as well as the US Air Force. And this is what you will get. So pretty cool. Pretty cool aircraft also, by the way. Keep in mind that you need to have the CS KC777, which means the Captain Sim version of this aircraft, which you can buy from them. Then, scrolling down the list, we find our friends from Red Wing, Kiko 9035 Caddy Field. Right? If you see this, then you know that you will go back in history. In this case, they will bring you back to the airfield, which became terminus for the first scheduled airmail run in the United States. Keep in mind that this, I would say, could cause some issues with some other livery packs, so be aware of that. Because this airport brings you, or this livery pack brings you back to the 1935, the year 1935, I should say. So PBR 4K textures, detailed for these buildings, cars and trucks, dynamic flags and windsocks, and static aircrafts, including the airport illuminations at night. And this is what you will get, right? So 1945 for Caddy Airfield. Not too much pictures, unfortunately, but really cool. Then they also did the same thing for Wendover Airport. So they also, I would say, went back to 1935. It was one of the station stop on the Western Pacific Railroad was then under construction, and this was, I would say, pretty a training base for bomber pilots, including the crew of the Enola Gay. So, and here you can see some of the screenshots. Again, this includes very static aircrafts, right? So be aware that you can't fly them. Then we've got Stall Addicts, which has released the Kodiak 100 Camo livery pack, which is a livery pack for the Kodiak to fly incognito if you want. So there are, I say, 4 liveries, right? As far as I understood. 7 extremely detailed liveries. Oh, seven, including +4 dirty camo variants. So 7 +4, right? So you will get a lot of nice liveries, and this is how it looks like. So if you love flying this aircraft, but a little bit more, let's say, anonymous, right? Because it's then you could consider buying this package. Keep in mind that the Kodiak itself is not included, right? Then Sacramento Municipal Airport, 1935, again by Red Wing. It will bring you back to 1935. Same details as the previous, say, airport, which we discussed from them. So a lot of static aircrafts, but a lot of nice details. And will bring you back to 1935 again. Then Salt Lake City Airport, they did the same. So I will go to the screenshots, right? So they went back. Unfortunately, not that many screenshots, but it will bring back the airport to the 1945 ranges, which is cool if you love flying. I would say a little bit in the legacy, right? Then we've got VA Systems again with the landing challenges, American Airlines volume number 2. So in this case, you can practice your landing skills with the Airbus A320 using the standard terminal arrival routes, using the American Airline aircraft. So delivery is included, and you will have 66 unique scenarios, which will, let's say, likely improve your landing skills, right? So this is really cool. Then we've got Foggia Airport, ICAO code Lima India Bravo Foxtrot by South Corporation in partnership with Borelli MSFS add-on. It's Foggia International or Foggia Airport in Italy. So cool stuff. Not too much details, right? This is more okay. Hey, how does the airport looks like? But this is how it looks like from the picture side. So you can see ground textures are included, but also ground uh, vehicles are included, including traffic towers. The exterior is fully animated. Night lightning. So pretty cool. Then the next one is from AC Scenery. It's the Los Angeles cityscape. So if you love flying in Los Angeles, which is the largest city in California, then you will, or you could consider buying this package because it includes 100 custom hand-built buildings, night textures, PBR textures, as well as compatible with Iniscene Los Angeles, as well as the Fuel There Los Angeles. So if you love upgrading your city, Los Angeles in Flight Simulator 2020, you might consider buying this package because you can see there are a lot of buildings included, which make flying this city a lot nicer compared to how it, I would say, is out of the box, including the Hollywood letters, right? So pretty cool. Some sports centra, churches, and other buildings. Then we've got SoFly, which has released Skopje Airfield Collection, Lima Whiskey X-Ray X-Ray. So it's the trio pack, right? It's an authentic and immersive simulation experience that brings three of Macedonia's most iconic airways directly to your fingertips. So three airways, it's Stankovac, uh, Kumanovo, and Bitola Logovardi. So it's recreated based on pictures which they took, 4K resolution, texturing, custom model, 3D buildings or 3D objects, animated hangars with controllable door, as well as the Millennium Cross Poi included, which is over here, and it's created and designed by the re-owned developer Theo Garovsky. So these are some screenshots which are released by them. So again, three airports are there, a lot of fun. If you love flying in the area of Skopje, you can see that the airports are not that big, but a lot of details are included, including some ground vehicles. Not sure if they really, or say, are animated, but they're included. Then we've got Red Wing. They released the Lima Zulu 129, as well as known as the Hindenburg. So if you are flying the Hindenburg, it was the largest commercial airship ever built. And it includes a lot of details, right? So 4K textures, fully functional 3D cockpit, nav room, engineering room, electric room, as well as 4 engine cars and radio room. 20 AI crew members, including English voices, 3D animated passengers, detailed ground services and mooring systems, ambient sounds on 6 areas, VFX, smoke engine at start, fuel or water dumping, oil leak and failures. So that's really cool. As well as the easy mode adds some useful help box, clip, sports, and warning lights. 7 liveries, 6 clipboard, iPad, 2 manage options. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right? So it's a lot of nice things. So if you love flying a Zeppelin, right, then you could consider buying this one if you want, of course. Then we've got Merida International Airport, Mike Delta. It's created by Simulación Extrema. It's the airport is in Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. A lot of nice things, including custom jetways, custom earthenware, taxiway and runway textures, PBR textures in 4K, custom track textures and aprons. Added some sculptures to the outside area of the terminal, as well as all the heliports for civil and tactical operations, which means military operations are incorporated, as well as the taxi parking, which is included at the airbase. So a lot of cool stuff here. And also a lot of screenshots, as you can see. Then we've got Woman in Command by Bravo Airspace. It will replace the pilots in your flight simulator with women, which is good, right? So 9 female airline pilots. So it has been tested with multiple aircrafts and it works. And you can change it easily once you've bought this by going to the options menu, then general options, MISC, and then you can choose the pilot avatar and or the co-pilot avatar and then change it. And then you will get this, which is, I would say, good to see. Then we've got Ludao Airport, Romeo Charlie Golf India by FS Formosa. It's in Taiwan. It includes high resolution details, high fidelity, as well as airport services. Right, the pushback service has been cancelled to present the correct airport operation as well as friendly performance. And this is how it looks like. So it's a pretty cool one to depart from. So if you love flying in this area, then you might consider buying this package. Then the same developer has released Lanyu Airport, Romeo Charlie Lima Yankee. It's the Orchid Islands, also known as Lanyu, and it's located off Taiwan's south coast, southeast coast, which is cool. Same details or features as you can see. So also some nice things which you want to buy if you are flying regularly in this area. Then South Oak Corporation released the Real Effects Plus for the A300. It will add a lot of nice effects, right? St. Elmo's fire, the wind screen box splatter, silver engine effects, airframe effects. So if you want to make flying a little bit harder, then you might consider buying this package uh, because it also adds, I would say, some nice things, including some things which can break. But also, it adds a lot of nice, I would say, details, right? So a lot of effects. Keep in mind that the product, the Inibuilds product, is not included, and you need to buy that one separately. Uh, but if you love adding some real effects, then you can consider buying this one. Then we've got the major Brigadeiro Doigal Borges Airport, Sierra Bravo Bravo, Quebec, which is in Brazil. It's a military airport. Not too much details about this one here, but here are some screenshots which are included, including air conditioning and I would say vehicles outside of the building. So again, nice package which you might consider to buy. Then we've got El Refugio Airport, Sierra Kilo November Alpha. It's in Colombia, but also by South Oak Corporation. In this case, in partnership with Global Design. So highly detailed models, up-to-date runway, taxiway apron, and stands layout, as well as the custom accurate taxiway signage, as well as the realistic dynamic lighting. And if you change that, then you will get this nice one, including sport field as it looks like. So cool. Then we've got Simon Bolivar International Airport, Sierra Kilo Sierra Mike by Taiko Studio. It's in the Colombian Caribbean with Santa Maria Airport or Santa Marta Airport. Sure, sorry. Um, so a lot of details, right, in the infrastructure, including terminals, runways, taxiways, and aprons. A lot of immersive lighting, which they changed, and it was optimized for performance. So don't worry if you install this package that you will that the performance will be affected. And here you can see several of the screenshots of the package, the night view. See a lot of static trucks also. Terminal building, pretty cool. Then scrolling down the list, we're already at the end. We're at the USA Modern Cities Volume number 3 by Samsung 3D. As we'll know, the developer, they released or have released packages in the past already. So in this case, it's our 80 handcrafted buildings models in each city. And the cities which are included, Dallas, Austin, San Diego, and Houston. They replaced broken bridges with handcrafted bridges, a beautiful night effects. Most building rooftops are landable helipads. That's cool, as well as compatible with other developers. And it can also be used with the photogrammetry mode off. And then you will get this, right? So a lot of cool things. You can see that the level of detail is, I would say, amazing, including fixed bridges, updated lighting. So if you love flying in these cities, then you might want to buy this package because that's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of detail, as you can see, including boats which are above the water instead of under the water. So cool. And with that, we're at the end of this review. So in this video, we looked at the latest additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020, the PC version. In total, 34 items are added this week, so a lot. Several, let's say, training missions, some enhancements for the scenery, like new airports, etc. That's really cool. Not too many aircrafts, only the Zeppelin is new, but the other ones are not new aircrafts. So that's a pity, but maybe something cool comes next week. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.